Hi, I'm Chuck Chvala, former Senate Majority Leader.
And I'm Scott Jensen, former Assembly Speaker.
And we're the insiders. So Scott, we've got two big primaries, one Republican in the gubernatorial side and one on the Democratic side for the US Senate. What's your take on the Republican gubernatorial primary?
Well, on the Republican side, I think this race has really become a two-person race between Tim Michels and Rebecca Klavish. That's what all the polling suggests in the final stretch in the race. And a lot of primaries around the country have seen a great deal of movement in the final stretches of those races, with a lot of new voters even showing up in primaries who don't normally vote. And I think both those will happen here. The Republican primary will have a bunch of people who've never voted in a Republican primary before, and that very well could decide the outcome of the race. So, but I think it's ended up being very, very close. And it'll be fascinating. Tim Michels has had all this money and Donald Trump's endorsement, and it's still a dead heat as we head into the final stretch. So stay tuned. This one could be a squeaker.
Well, over on the Democratic side, the Democratic gubernatorial or the Democratic Senate campaigns, you've got, again, two people who are kind of out in the lead. And you've got Mandela Barnes, who has been a front runner for quite a while, but Alex Lasry has really moved up as the Milwaukee Bucks Association is probably a good thing, but also he spent a significant amount of money and his ads are well done, and he seems to be making a good run at it. There are two other candidates, Sarah Godlewski and Tom Nelson, who I still think have an opportunity, especially in this situation. You've got two front runners. Is one going to take a shot at the other, or are they both going to take a shot at each other? Oftentimes when that happens, that results in both of those candidates going down and then one of the others ticking up. With Sarah Godlewski, you also have the Roe versus Wade issue. That is obviously more prominent in people's minds, and she is the only woman in the race. Thomas Nelson is probably, a lot of people think, the best candidate in the sense of his positioning in the Fox River Valley and not having a lot of downsides that people can cite about him. So he has an opportunity as well. I think Democrats feel pretty good about their possibilities. One interesting development is AOC endorsing Mandela Barnes. Does that help Mandela in the primary? Does it hurt him in the general? Does it relate to people's concerns about electability in a positive or a negative way? So there are a lot of things that can happen there. As Scott mentioned, there are a lot of dynamics that can go on in the last month, and people have been deciding late. I think Democrats are very focused on who can win. And I think that concern may change, may upset the apple cart as we go forward here. And by the way, those who have the money to get their message out in the last month of the campaign, that's going to be a significant issue. And that will be Lasry on our side. Mandela Barnes has some money, but also watch out for Tom Nelson and Sarah Godlewski. I would not count them out.
Sounds like it's going to be exciting. Typical Wisconsin elections, comes right down to the wire. We'll
see you next time.
Soon.